years I've lived. Thumbs up. Come get with yours and what's real. Boot up. Blissful in each other's skin above. Finally risen to the occasion. Past love's forgiven. Made heart space for the one. When it feels right, that's that ascension. Never going back to when. Before you forgot my worth. Your love for me feels like a rebirth. I don't wanna lose this high, wouldn't wanna lose this high. I just wanna make me yours, I just wanna make you mine. My worth, your love for me feels like a rebirth. I don't wanna lose this high, wouldn't wanna lose this high. I just wanna make me yours, I just wanna make you mine.
Yeah.
Mine.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. What a way for us to get started. And I know you guys are going to ask me about the name of the artist. Let me just tell you this. The name of the song is called Ascension, Rebirth. And I thought that was so fitting because I don't know about you all, but it feels like I'm going through a rebirth. Yet again, another ascension, especially with all of the frequency in the atmosphere. Wow. 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 So I want to start out. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone joining here on the live. I know it's a little bit of the after hours here, but it was important for me to come on tonight. We got a few things we need to talk about, and I'm checking you guys out in the blue room. And some of you are talking about you feel like you're going through a rebirth. Some of you are saying, can you run that song again? And we will definitely run it one more time. But I want to greet you with hi for higher insight. I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle, guiding souls for over 20 years to master their frequency and to be able to trust their intuition and to live in sovereign alignment. And I want to welcome you all in. Welcome, 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 welcome everyone on in. How are you all doing? How are you all feeling? And you all never surprise me. Absolutely. Here I am, had a whole show outlined, and I get a powerful email. And you guys will find out about that email. Well, you'll hear about that email coming up. Everything's in alignment. From this moment, from you hearing this live transmission right now at this time, know that this is not by accident. You did not stumble. You did not get here by accident. You understand this is not some sort of fluke of why you're here right now. This is not it. This is an alignment for you, and a powerful one. It is so much that is going to transpire within the next week or two that it literally, absolutely, literally, you think, as the sister was singing, it feels like a rebirth. It is. We are on a journey. And I don't use that word lightly because I know it's been overused. And what does it mean to go on a journey? What does it mean to travel within your life because that's a journey. It's about going through the process of ascension. But we're not ascending out of here. In fact, we're ascending here. We're ascending deeper into the depths of our souls, of who we are, and understanding who we truly, truly are. And this is what's happening. We're going to talk about some of these things that are coming up. One of the reasons why the last show that we did was all about tapping deeper into your intuition. And so this is one of the things that we're going to be talking about. And I want you all, if you are just feeling this, I want you to type. We're going to tap into some higher actions of being connected to our higher self. If you are feeling the title, if you're feeling the energy right now and it feels like you're going through a rebirth, I want you to type in the chat, I move by frequency. I move by frequency. Because we need to be moving by frequency and not by fear. And what I'm going to be diving into in this live stream is the 5 biggest myths about your intuition. Because see, that 48-hour challenge, I'm going to be honest with you. That 48-hour challenge was really just testing the atmosphere. And so many of you tapped into that 48-hour intuition wisdom and that window. How many of you were able to see your signs and symbols that you put out and to get your next action of what you needed to do? How many of you were able to do it? Many of you left comments, you sent me emails, you sent me confirmations. This is soul work. This is powerful work. This is what it means to be a multidimensional being on the planet. This is what it means to be spiritual. This is what it means, or shall I say, this is what it feels like to be a sovereign being. This is what it feels like to be magical and to step into the seat of the Creator in your life. And to know that life is not happening to you. And to know that the present, whatever that present is that has been sent to you, the present moment, it was pre-sent, meaning there were actions, there were things that you said, there were things that you did, there were things that you didn't say, there were things that you didn't do, there were choices that you made that led you up to this very, very moment of right now. Of right now. This is why I give you live activations. This is spiritual training and empowerment in real time. And this is the work that I've been doing for over 20 years. And can I just be honest? I really don't even think I've scratched the surface. Like low key, I don't think I've really scratched the surface. Not yet. Not yet. But I love that we are all here on this journey together. Together. All of us here together. And many of you are talking about some of the powerful decisions that you have made. I'm going to be talking about, we're going to do quite a few things here. But this is what I want us to do. I want us to represent what city we're from, what country you are representing. And shouts out to everyone who has been putting USA. And I'm not talking about anything political. I'm not talking about you putting power into any entity, any institution, or anything outside of yourself. What I'm speaking about is for you anchoring this energy within yourself. We got to get out of the lower aspects and realize that all magic, that everything happens in the unseen world before it happens here. It's not about glorifying any country or any entity. It's about recognizing your sovereignty where you are and staking a claim of your energetic blueprint that you are placing on the planet and what you are activating with every word, with every thought, with every deed, with every action, with every non-action, with every movement, with every breath, and with every thought. It can make a big difference. It's already making such a big difference. And we need to be the anchors here. Not that any soul needs anyone to save or rescue, but we are all here to really fulfill our own prophecy, which is a purpose that is calling you. This is what keeps you moving forward. This is what anchors you down. This is what gives you the momentum and the energy to move forward is a purpose. And that purpose is you connecting with your future self. So we have to be forward thinking. We have to be expansive in what we do and how we do it. Yeah, that part. So we're going to be getting into it, but I just want to run this song back again. I don't know if anyone's feeling it, but I feel this energy of a rebirth happening. This week, we got another exciting week filled with so many possibilities. We are coming up on a powerful new moon. We have some astrological alignments that we have not seen. I talked about it during the last year, that we have not seen over 83 years. We haven't felt it. We haven't seen it. Past lives are coming online. If you are feeling it in your spirit, if you're feeling it in your body, I'm telling you, if you've been going through it, if you've been having flashbacks, it's from a past life. And we're going to talk about why those flashbacks are coming up now. We're going to learn how to anchor ourselves. And one of the tools that I will be giving you is how to move by frequency. And baby, we're not moving by fear. That we're not going to do. We're not going to be moving by fear. We are moving by frequency. I'm going to be covering the 5 biggest myths about your intuition, because you're going to need that this week. You're absolutely going to need that this week. So, are we going to run it back one more time? While we're doing this, this is a higher self song, and I want you all to tap into this energy of a higher self song. So we're going to run this again, and I'm going to send some sparkles out to the, the energy, the energy gods and goddesses, so we can let this energy just come on in. So here we go. We're going to hear this, and then I have a surprise for you. So allow this As you anchor yourself in, ground yourself in, grab you a pen, a piece of paper, something to write with, some liquid magic if you still got you some, right? And let's get ready to dive into this. How many times does one have to go through a rebirth? I hope we're going through a rebirth every 24 hours at minimum, because that means you're expanding. That's what the rebirth is. It means that there is something about yourself that really isn't you. It's something someone else told you. It's either the world, or maybe you grew up with this, or maybe you were indoctrinated into a system that sort of suppressed this in you. Maybe there was some circumstances that happened in your life, in relationship, that caused you to believe this false notion about yourself that's keeping you stuck, that's holding you down, that's making you feel like you cannot fully be free to express yourself, be who you are, manifest the things, create the things in your life, be of service to others in your life, be healthy in your mind and your body. We should be going through a rebirth all the time. It reminds me of when I interview the most powerful brother that deals with psychology. One of them, anyway, Dr. Naeem Akbar, and he was a guest on my show. And there was a point where we were getting into the questions, and we were talking about, change and what do we need to do collectively as people. That wasn't our language back then, but he said something so profound. And if you don't know who Dr. Naeem Akbar is, look this brother up. He has paved the way so many of us can be in these spaces and these places and walk these roads and understand these systems and these things that we are doing. So check this out. Dr. Naeem Akbar says, I hope, and I'm paraphrasing, by the time I wake up Monday, by the time we get to Friday, I no longer think the same. And that I am not the same as I was when Monday started. That is a rebirth. That is a rebirth. We should be going through a rebirth. I'm not talking about going through trauma. I'm not talking about tear the whole house down and start over. I'm talking about a spiritual evolution of your soul, of getting to know who you really, really are, and expanding your consciousness and your awareness, going through a rebirth. So we're going to listen to this sister as she sings this song, Ascension, Rebirth, yet again.
New love, can we get high? New love, no drugs. I'm ready to fly, no drugs. Pull up, if I'm on your mind, pull up above. When you come inside it, in us, I am baptized, I am alive again. Give me new life, take me to heaven. When it feels right, that's that ascension. Never go back to when we before you forgot my worth. Your love for me feels like a rebirth. I don't wanna lose this high, wouldn't wanna lose this high. I just wanna make me yours, I just wanna make you mine. Before you forgot my worth. Your love for me
Welcome on in, soul family. Welcome on in.
My enough. I've waited as long as I've lived. Thumbs up. Come get what's yours and what's real. Boot up. Blissful in each other's skin above. Finally risen to the occasion. Past love's forgiven. Made heart space for the one. When it feels right, that's that ascension. Never going back to when. Before you forgot my worth. Your love for me feels like a rebirth. I don't wanna lose this high, wouldn't wanna lose this high. I just wanna make me yours, I just wanna make you mine. You forgot my worth. Your love for me feels like a rebirth. I don't wanna lose this high, wouldn't wanna lose this high. I just wanna make me yours, I just wanna make you mine. Mine.
All right. That is a rebirth, ascension. And yeah. Welcome to everyone on in. Let's get the likes up as we continue here after hours with me, the Soulful Oracle. And we're going to dive into this share. Do a favor, everyone. Stay present. There is going to be a message for you here. A message for you. Allow yourself to ground yourself for just a moment, just while you're here. So you can see if there's activations that are coming in, insight that is coming in, because all of that is available in the atmosphere at this time. Everything is available for you here. Put it all aside. Allow your frequency to raise. When we come in these spaces together, allow your energy to raise. All right? So, here we go. And I want to say thank you to everybody for all the big shots outs and for everybody tuning in from all over the world. We have our international family in the house, as well as all of you checking in from the USA. I am broadcasting live from the USA as well. And I want to welcome you all in. Now, first, let's do a little bit of celebration because I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge this. I want to give a big shout out for everyone who got the Galactic e-files because, oh my goodness, I think it was up for 3 or 4 days. It sold completely out. Mind blown. It is a sell out. Like, I was like, wait, people were emailing me, asking me, could they get it? And I was like, I don't know why you can't. Of course you can get it. Why can't you get it? And they said, because it's all sold out. Let me tell you, that activation portal was powerful. And you all showed up with so much love. My heart is full. My heart is so full. I was like, wow. And if you don't know what the Galactic E-Files is and the Mystic Decoder, I am doing it for the month of August. It is a process for you to work with the 7 suns. And we'll get the link and put it in the room. And I guess you're all thinking, for what? So the question I want to know, and I'm just going to put it on the table. Do we need to do another round? Because it sold out in 3 days. Do we need to do another round? So I'm going to tell you what comes with the Galactic E-File. You're going to be working, let me tell you, the 7 suns off the Richter scale. The 7 suns. The 7 suns. And here's something else I want to tell you. Everything that I do is energetic. This is a part of my marking. This is a part of my purpose of being here on the planet. And I say this to you. Everything that you do when you come in this space, this is energetic. I want you to trust where you are. I want you to trust where you are. A lot of you. And some of you are saying, I got some reports and I'm not calling anybody out, but feel free to call yourself out. Some of you, you waited, you hesitated, and you missed out. I want you to learn something about yourself. This isn't about getting something from me. This is energetically teaching you something. Some of you knew you wanted to sign up, but you wanted to wait. You have to start asking yourself that question. Why do I keep waiting when it comes to me? Some of you attempted to sign up, but you couldn't get in. You couldn't get in. You just could not get in. You could not get in. You just couldn't. It won't let you get in. You tried and tried and tried, and you cannot get in. Trust where you are. There is something else that your soul needs to discover for whatever the reason is. You have to trust that. Some of you are not able to do it, no matter how reasonable the price is, no matter what it is, you just can't do it. I need you to trust where you are. Do you know how many tools I put out and things I put out? We cannot just keep showing up in the need. You have to start doing the work. And understanding exactly where you are is exactly where you need to be, even if it does not seem reasonable to you at this time. Your only job is to recognize I am exactly where I am supposed to be. When you can anchor in the present moment and be completely honest with yourself, then you can start looking forward to yourself in the future. Only then. As long as everything that has happened in your past is why you are still where you're at, you will not be able to move forward like you envision yourself moving forward. I don't care what nobody tells you. You will be challenged to move forward because there is some things you cannot accept and recognize about where you are. You just can't. If you know I'm supposed to be here, and I'm not talking about better. We're beyond that. But I'm struggling here, but I know I'm supposed to be here. Then what I want you to do is settle yourself in the present. And as hard as it is, I want you to find a way to find beauty in where you're at. Find beauty in everything that's going on, just to find the beauty and the love that is in your present moment. And I guarantee you, because your life can change at any given moment. I did that show. This is what I mean. I don't know what anyone else means, nor do I even really care. When I talk about doing the work, and I'm not giving lip service because I done been in multiple situations throughout the course of my life. And so this isn't about achieving some sort of material goal, because the material could not get me out of the situation I was in. Not even my education could not get me out of the situation I was in. Not even what I understood about the world could not get me out of my situation that I was in. No money, no person, no education, no skills. The only thing that got me out of the situation I was in was the expansion. I had to change the way I thought about my current situation, take full responsibility, and fall in love with me despite it all. To forgive anyone who contributed in any way. You don't have to get into the nuances of who did what to who and who did why and who was wrong and who was right. Get out of it, because you will never get free. Because there are people on this planet, love it, like it, or hate it. They have done some terrible things to others on this planet. And if you're waiting on them to be your sovereignty, you will never, ever get it. You will never get it. So you have to give it to yourself. You have to give forgiveness to yourself. Forgiveness is not about the other person. You have to forgive the other person. Some of you are not moving forward the way that you want because you have not too many bags. You have too many hostages that you're holding, and they're too heavy. They're holding you back. Let all of your hostages go in your life so you can be free. This new moon energy that's coming up, if you're feeling the heaviness about things in your past and things that happened and things that didn't go right and things that was just so unfair and just so unjust, I promise you, I hear you. I feel you. You can't live there, because to live there is to die. It is not to live. It is dying. It is killing you energetically. It is stealing your life force energy. The past steals your life force energy. And you need life force energy to move forward in the future. In the future. See yourself in the future. You have to move forward. This is what the essence of forgiveness is all about. It's forward giving. Write out forgiveness. You will see the 4, letting you know you have to move forward. You are not giving them permission to move forward or it to move permission to move forward. You are giving your future self permission to move forward. You're the only one that can do it. You're the only one that can do it. But this is not an intellectual activity. It's a feeling. When you love yourself, it's not an action. It's not an activity. It's not a ritual. It's not a journal prompt. It's a feeling. It's a soul, body feeling. It's a feeling. It changes everything. Completely. Practice that. That's your practice. Can I forgive? Allow myself to move forward. How would I know, or how will I know, Ms.Blue, if I am able to truly forget? Oh, y'all like that activation art? Y'all like that? Look at that. Look at your girl. Look at your girl. Look at your girl. Look at your girl. I am proud of myself. I'm just looking at it. It looks even better than I imagined. You can do it too. You can imagine something 10 minutes and 20 minutes later, it's completely different. I'm not talking about loving yourself through it all. I'm talking about self-love. It's different. It's different. It's so different. It's a feeling. It's different. It changes things. It's different. I know it's hard. And I don't want to make light of situations that people are going through because it's a lot happening. But I want you to understand, you have to be the first savior. Doesn't mean others won't come help you, but the savior is you. You're the savior. And once you recognize that nobody's coming to save you, doesn't mean nobody won't help you, meaning you have to be the Messiah in your life. That's you. You are the Messiah. If you cannot activate that within yourself and know that that is bestowed upon you, and you're looking outside of yourself to a person, a system, a place, or a thing, that could be a long lifetime, some lifetimes of Savior. Thank you. You like my shirt? Amazon. Clock it. Clock it. So you understand what I'm saying to you. And I know you hear me. I know you hear me. You have to be the first one, all hands on deck. And you got to understand, if this is not where you want to be, that it will change. Not that it can, not that you hoping, not that you praying it change, that it will change. But you can only have that kind of conviction when you are truly grounded within the self-love within yourself. And I know it's hard to be that when you're in the midst of something going on. This is why you have spaces and places like this. This is why we have spaces and places like this. Because we all need this reminder. I may one day need you to remind me of these words. So I'm not just speaking to you. I'm speaking to us. Okay. We gonna help you out. We gonna help you out right now. Because not tonight. We not doing that. So I want you to understand that. You take that in. Let that marinate for a minute. Let that just marinate. Let that marinate. Let that marinate with you. So now that we done stepped all the way into the after hours, how are y'all feeling? How does it feel to give the sign of when you're telling people where you're from, you're putting up that you are from the USA? For those of you from the USA, from those of you who are from Canada. See, again, I know most of you, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you got to go back and listen to my last share, where most of you, you're very comfortable telling people what country you are representing. It's all those of us in the US, we got to step that up. And again, I'm not talking about putting energy into any entity. I'm not talking about that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not telling you to give your power to anything outside of yourself. I'm talking about you owning your own power and being anchored within your power. because that's what's going to activate the land. That's what's going to change the vibration and the frequency of what country you are in. And we need to shine some lights. We need to shine some light here in the USA. So for all of us who are on this continent, on this side of the world, in this West, stake your claim for yourself, for your ancestors, for all of our ancestors, and for your energetic blueprint that you decided to incarnate and be here at this present time in the USA. It's greater than our low-level understanding of what that is, because it's a lot of nuances there. We tapping into the pure vibration and the frequency of ourselves and what we're anchoring here. So, yeah. So you all let me know, and you're going to have to let me know in the comments if we need to run it up again, if we need to do another round of the Galactic E-Files, the Mystic Decoder. We'll talk about that. And then the second thing that I want us to be in celebration of is the 48 hours ago, our last live stream shook the frequency. Wow. Listen, the portal was so powerful, and you all showed up with so much love that you put your signs and symbols out there, and you were able to see them come back. The universe was able to give you the answer and give you the next step. The next step. You guys are saying another round. Okay. Well, we definitely going to do that. Welcome on into the Soul family. Do me a favor. Let's get those likes up. Let's run this like up so we can let the Soul family know we got Canada in the house. The USA is in the house. Welcome to everyone who's checking in from New Jersey, from the Great Lakes. Is that Michigan? When you say Great Lakes, I think Michigan. Is that Michigan? From the Great Lakes of Michigan, Toronto, Canada. True Alchemist is in the building. Welcome on in. Good to see you. That's right. Jay Noel said, shine the light on America, baby. That's right. Maria is here representing London, the UK. So good to have you in the house. Welcome on in. Whew. Yeah, you guys showed up and you showed out. You showed out for the last challenge, and it was so beautiful. And I know some of you have questions that you haven't seen your sign yet, but you got your next step. Then chances are your sign showed up and you didn't recognize it because it's not my sign. It was your sign. Your sign. It's a way to work with this to strengthen your intuition. Strengthen your intuition even stronger, even more. Strengthen it. And that's another thing that we're going to be clarifying and diving into here in this share. So I just want to tell you guys, you know, our last live stream, it really did shake up the frequency out in these cosmic streets and physical streets, the downloads, the breakthrough, the soul family connection. And I want you to know that the energy is still vibrating. It's still vibrating right now. Right now. Welcome on in from Vegas. Had a real interesting transmission that came in from Vegas, some other parts of the world. We'll talk about that soon. We'll talk about it soon. But I also want to give a huge salute to all of the All About Frequency. Where's my bell? To everyone in the All About Frequency class who has graduated from this class. To everyone who's in the All About Frequency class and the graduates, I want you to be on the lookout for your emails because your certificates are on the way. I've already sent some of them out, and you'll have more details coming. So salute to all the students who have graduated from the class. Know that you are carriers of the frequency now. You are walking activations in the world. And I am truly, truly, truly so honored and so proud of you. And I love you so much. And I love you all so much. We had 10 weeks of a blast. And I absolutely love it. And I absolutely love all of you. And so excited for it. All right. So now I want to talk about this energy that's coming up for this week. By the way, I'm going to give you a crystal recommendation to work with. And that crystal recommendation for this week, hence the reason I have these colors on, is a citrine. You see this citrine crystal here? You see that? I want you guys to tap into this energy here. This is one of my favorite citrines, even though I have several and I have huge ones in the living room. But look at this. Look at this, baby. And look at on the back of it. You can see. Look at this. Just tap into this energy of the citrine crystal. You know, fun fact, a citrine crystal is exactly the same as an amethyst crystal. The difference is one is left in the ground a couple of more thousands and thousands of years than the other one. And this citrine crystal right here, actually, I use this when I'm doing energy healing. This one. If I need to cut through some things, let me cut through some of this thickness going on up in here. Let me figure eight on you right here and just kind of cut through some of this energy right here. But here's a unique crystal, because this week right here is a great week, and so many of you are feeling this calling yourselves. This calling to get things organized in your house. And you may even feel like there's some things you need to get rid of and some things you need to straighten up. You know, that closet, that drawer, you know, that thing, that garage, that car, that thing that you were working on that you haven't got to yet. This is the week to get into it. Yeah, trust me, your girl has been getting into it. And I will be diving even deeper into it. This is the week to get your house in order. Literally, figuratively, and all kinds of ways. Because as we move closer into September and we tip our toes into eclipse season, things are going to speed up and it's going to get wild, baby. It's going to be, you guys thought I told you it was wild. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. It's going to be pretty wild. So you want to get those things done that you need to get done now. But I want you all to see that. Look at that. Look at that crystal. Look how gorgeous it is. Look at it. This citrine crystal, one of the more likely and popular crystals that is used in feng shui. And when you think about the energy of feng shui, most of us understand feng shui as being the energetic placement of things in our home, but it's so much more than that, right? The feng shui energy. But this is a crystal of prosperity. Let me tell you why they consider this crystal a crystal of prosperity and a perfect crystal to work with, because it's a very high frequency crystal. In fact, the energy in this crystal is vibrating at such a high frequency that you never need to clear this crystal, ever. A citrine doesn't need to be cleared because negative or low vibrational energy, which is the same thing, no such thing as negative energy, but low frequencies cannot attach itself to this crystal. Did you know that? So, if you could find you a little pebble of a citrine crystal. For my sisters, I want you to take that little pebble and I want you to drop it in your bra. because I want it close to your body, close to your heart chakra. For brothers, I want you to take that citrine crystal and I want you to put it in your sock. Put it in your sock because I want it to be close to your physical body, or put it in your pocket where you can constantly touch it and have your hands on it. Crystals, all crystals, work through a process called entrainment. And so what this crystal is doing, imagine it is vibrating. It is sending out these high frequencies and vibration, and it is sending a message to your aura. So this is your aura and the crystal's aura. When you set an intention for the crystal that you're working with, when you set the intention of the crystal you're working with, it holds that memory and frequency, and it reminds your auric field, your magnetic field, that you are vibrating here, but you're supposed to be vibrating way up here. And your energy is going to match. It's going to seek that level of your intention. So this is a communication mechanism that goes back and forth. There is a huge crystal in the center of Earth. This is what's making Earth go round. And us as crystal beings, we are vibrating with that frequency of how we're spinning in the atmosphere, right? It's based on your thoughts. It's based on your actions. It's based on how is the crystal moving within your physical body. It is not just astronomy. It is not just science and physics. You are a living, activated being on the planet, and you got crystals in your brain that are the same crystals that exist in outer space. You got a sack. 2 sacks of crystals inside of your inner ear. Did you know that? And even within your blood structure, you have crystals. So when you hear our ancestors speak about the Merkaba, and everybody wants to get on the mothership and they want to fly and they want to do this, you have to activate these crystals inside of you. These are crystals, and we are becoming more crystal beings, meaning we will start to vibrate. That's why the words you speak to yourself, the thoughts that you say to yourself, oh my God, it is so important because you are programming the crystalline energy. Are y'all hearing me? You are programming the crystalline energy that is living inside of you. And if you are speaking negative thoughts, if you are speaking words against yourself, if you are taking away your own power, if you are holding the frequency that is less than the great goodness that you are creating that because you're a creator being. You are sending that out into the world. If you keep saying, I ain't never gonna find a good man, if you keep saying, I ain't never had no good friends, if you keep saying, nobody's never gonna help me, if you keep saying, this ain't never gonna change for me, if you keep saying, I ain't never gonna heal, if you keep holding this frequency, this is what you have programmed all of your subatomical particles, your broadcast station. You are a whole satellite on your own, and you are broadcasting this not just out to the world, to the whole galaxy, and it hears you loud and clear. But the gag is the universe doesn't judge. And that shit is what trips us up on Earth. It doesn't judge because we all came here to experience. And so whatever you give your energy, your time, your energy and attention to, and in the vibration that you are holding and feeling really within your heart, because see, energy don't lie. See, this right here can lie. This right here can lie. But your frequency, oh baby, that is coded with cosmic truth. It knows the truth. And it says, oh, you like being hurt because that's all you focus on. That's all you talk about. You like staying in fear because that's all you focus on. That's all you talk about. Let's send them more fear. Let's send them more hurt. The universe ain't judging you. Remember, there's nothing wrong here. So whatever you are giving 99 problems to, that's what you're going to get back. This is the law of understanding karma. Karma can be a bitch, but karma doesn't have to be a bitch because karma is only what you put out, what you truly are putting out, not what you say, but where you're vibrating, where you're holding your frequency. And I get it. I get it. One thing I want you to know, a higher vibrational thought trumps a lower one any day. Light outshines darkness all the time. So it's never too late to start. It's never too late, as my daddy would say, to catch yourself. You got to know how to catch yourself. And this is one of the weeks we got to catch ourselves because a lot is going to be coming up. But we're going to talk about why. So the crystal I would tell you to work with is a citrine crystal. I just think it's so fitting, right? A citrine crystal, perfect to work with. And work with that citrine crystal. But this week is about precision and alignment. Why? Here's a couple of things that's going on. There's a major frequency split that has been going on. We got 2 stations broadcasting. One of the stations that's broadcasting very loud on the planet is one that is fear-based, and you're going to be able to spot it in an instant. That's one of the broadcast stations. The other broadcast station that's on the planet is creation-based. And I want you to understand, both are pulling on you. One is pulling is the fear base. The other broadcast station is pulling you. It's creation base. Which will you choose? That's what I want to know. Which will you choose? So some other things that's going to be happening. Your nervous system is going through a recalibration. It's resetting. So things like fatigue or maybe jitters or heat waves coming through your body. I want you to understand your body is not falling apart. What it's really doing is it's upgrading. It's upgrading. So many of you have done so much intellectual work, which is planting a seed. It is through these times, at this time, that you get a chance, because it doesn't happen by osmosis. You have to activate this. And I know that if you're here and you listening to this message, whether this is the very first time you stumbled upon me, however you got here, invited here, or you've been coming for a very long time, if you are hearing this, then you've chosen this upgrade. You've chosen it. Just like when you go on your phone right now, Apple is telling me, you need to go ahead. We sending notifications on a daily. When you gonna upgrade? There is an update. It says an update is available. You can update now, or you can schedule it for a later date. And I want you to understand this is what the universe is truly speaking to you. You ain't got to get no upgrades because it doesn't happen by osmosis. Do you want this update, or do you want to schedule it for later? Which one? Which one? You going to take the update, Or you going to push it off? You're going to push it off to another lifetime. You're going to push it off to 5 more years from now. What are you going to do? Because this is what's happening. Your system is sinking to a higher bandwidth, but it's up to you whether or not you want to accept the upgrade. And I promise you, it's no shade, it's no cap, for real over here. If you don't take the upgrade, I'm still going to love you, regardless. The question is, will you still love yourself? That's the question. So if you are ready for the update and you're ready for this upgrade, I want you to go ahead and send a message to your nervous system. And let me tell you how you do it. We're going to do the peace sign, but we're going to do the Egyptian peace signs like our ancestors in Kemet. And I want you to tap right here on your thymus gland. And I want you to say, I accept the update. I am authorizing. I am giving my consent for the upgrade. I want to receive my upgrade. Yeah, I'm not bypassing this. You know how they say you can skip over it? By the way, tapping on your thymus gland, and you can do that early in the morning. When you do this, it wakes up all the organs in your body because all of your energy centers, right? You have thousands upon thousands of them. But even if we stay textbook and we talk about the 7 core energy centers, they are connected to all of your organs and glands in the body. And it is waking up those energy centers, those arits in the body, as they say, those chakras in the body, those spinning wheels of light. And it's sending a message to wake this energy center up. By the way, as soon as you guys started doing that tapping, I got a taste in my mouth. Some of you are low on iodine, and the thyroid needs iodine. So here is a recommendation, right? I'm not a doctor and I don't play to be one on the internet, but I am a certified holistic practitioner, right? I am a medicine woman. And this is what I'm going to tell you, brothers and sisters. If you want to know if you're getting enough iodine, and I want you to go do your research on this, this is what I want you to do, sisters. I want you to get a Q-tip. I want you to go get you some iodine, and I want you to focus on your breast. I want you to focus on these. And I want you to take your Q-tip and I want you to write, I love me, with that iodine on your breast. And I want you to wait a minute, stand in front of the mirror, do it after you get out of the shower, stand in front of the mirror. And if that iodine disappears quickly, fast, like within 5 minutes, it's gone, then that means you needed that iodine, and that's a great source. Brothers, I want you to work with that iodine, and I want you to begin to start writing over your chest and over your heart area. I want you to write, I love me, and I want you to wait and see if that iodine quickly goes into your skin. Because a lot of you here energetically, while you're feeling some of this fatigue, this jitters, and waking up in the middle of the night, can't sleep, even feeling like all of a sudden you're happy, then you're sad, all of this up and down has a lot to do with your thyroid and not getting enough iodine. So I want you all to get you some iodine, okay? Get you some iodine and let's get to working with it. Because I got that taste in my mouth. I already know. And you know, if you feel that calling, that's you. And I want you to tap into that frequency there so that you can get it. So now we talked about two things that's going on this week. And the two things that is going on this week, there's a frequency split that's going on and a nervous system reset because it's an update and an updating that is attempting to happen to sync you with the higher bandwidth. And so now the other thing that I'm going to tell you is there's a mirror effect that's happening right now. I want you to understand that every trigger, stay with me, every trigger is a mirror. And so you may find yourself getting triggered, but two things is happening with that trigger. What others reflect is simply showing you what you are transmuting. You are transmuting what others are showing you. So when you get triggered, I want you to understand this is the energy that a lot of you are transmuting. Some of you are getting triggered so you can understand what to stay the hell away from. It's not a test. Somebody say it's not a test. Some of you are getting triggered so you can learn, stay away from that. Stay away from it. And some of you are getting triggered because it's what you've already transmuted. So all triggers are not a reflection of where you're at, but they are a reflection of what you've been through. And some are a reflection of where your ass ain't supposed to be. There, some of you hear that there are people, there are places, there are jobs, there are things that you are not supposed to be connected to. And the more that it keeps showing you not to be there, you keep running back. What does Shanti say? You keep running back. You just keep running back. It's showing you you're not supposed to be here. In the words of our girl, how did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here when you are causing this much disruption in my life, when you are causing this much confusion in my life, when you are causing this much pain in my life, when you are causing too much of me giving and you not giving back. Understand it is not a test. You are not supposed to be there. Exit stage right. Take yourself out of the equation. Trust yourself enough to know that no relationship, no friendship, no job, no place is supposed to make you feel that way on a consistent basis. That is not a test. That is not a reflection. You don't need to grow. You don't need to be more open. You don't need to check yourself. You don't need to be more sexual. You don't need to be more open-minded. You need to leave. Exit stage right. Exit. Start looking for the exit. It's like being in the movie and you already seen the plot twist. Everybody done cheered. The hero already done saved the day. What do you start doing? You start looking for the exit. So when it's time to move, you know which direction to go in. It's like being at Beyonce's concert. You already know. Oh, you getting up out of there while B still tapping on the stage. Why? Because you want to get ahead of the crowd. You don't want to get lost in a shuffle. You don't want to be the last woman, the last man standing. For what? You trying to be the last person standing in some basic chaos bullshit. For what? What are you going to gain out of being the last person standing? What? You staying to prove you can be the friend? You staying to prove you gonna be the man to never leave? You're staying to prove you never gonna be the woman to leave? What are you staying for? So you can become collateral damage to someone who doesn't want to grow? Huh? Come on now. The mirror effect. The mirror effect is happening. Make sure you understand what the mirror is showing you. Mirror, mirror on the wall. You need to understand, what is this mirror really showing me? Or am I being delusional about what's really happening? See, some of you are waking up. You calling it pain. You calling it breakdown. You calling it a rebirth. But really what you just got is you got saved. You're dodging bullets energetically and physically. You dodging bullets. Thank God. This is the best thing that has never happened. Right? You got to understand the difference. And then some of you, love is looking you in the face and you doing everything but turning your ass around. So yeah, I think I said enough. So let's talk about some more solutions. Let's talk about some more solutions. Let's talk about some more solutions. All right. I want you to work on frequency bookmarking. Frequency bookmarking. You know how you have a bookmark? Let me see. Oops. I don't have a book. All these books in here. I don't have a damn book close to me. Yeah, I got a book. Hold on. Let me show y'all what I mean. Ooh, that wasn't good. I dropped a lot of stuff. Frequency bookmarking. This is what you do. When somebody come to you with some BS and they telling you something, this is what I need everybody to do. Let me see. Don't tell me I don't have my bookmark in here. Oh, that's okay. I got something I can bookmark it with. This is what you do. Energetically. This is what you do. You know how I say note to self? Y'all heard that saying, note to self? You bookmark it. You say, let me make sure I got a blank page. I don't want y'all to see my bookmarks. Yeah. This is what you say. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and bookmark that. Yeah, I'm going to anchor the moment of alignment. I'm going to pause. I'm going to pause. I'm going to pause on everything that's going on. I'm going to pause and I'm going to anchor this frequency now, baby. I'm anchoring it because I realize what is coming from me and what is coming to me. And I'm going to anchor my frequency. I'm going to bookmark this frequency and then I'm going to anchor my frequency. That's what you do. That's what you do. It's going to be important so you can go back and not about blame on them because we know everybody in our lives is working for us. But we need to bookmark this moment, frequency bookmark it, anchor the moment of alignment and pause and affirm. I anchor this frequency now. The other practice that I want you to do, I'm telling you, yes, you got to, Mama Nisa, you got to start bookmark. Listen, bookmark it because we tend to push things out of our mind that we don't want to deal with. And we keep dealing with the same thing over and over because we chose not to bookmark that frequency. You bookmark it. See, because after you bookmark it, you can then get back into alignment. You can pause and then you can anchor your frequency. You understand? So here's the other thing. I use this often. Sometimes I got to use it with my grown children. I got to do the 2-breath override. You know how somebody say something, do something, and you go, That's what I want you to do. It's called the 2-breath override. You're going to have to take 2 deep breaths and override all of that. And this is what I want you to declare. This is not my fear. I choose my frequency, especially for those of you who are dealing with things like anxiety, fatigue, and jitters, and these kinds of things. I want you to do the 2-breath override. Take 2 deep breaths and declare, this is not my fear. This don't belong to me. This fear I'm dealing with because it's dark 30 in the morning. I've been calling you for 2 days and you ain't answer me. This is not my fear. I choose my frequency. I choose my frequency. That's what I'm choosing. So all of us parents, we can relate. All of us dealing with different situations with people in our family, even ourselves. 2-breath override. Just put it in your phone. Ms.Blue's 2-breath override. You take them 2 breaths and then you're just going to declare, this is not my fear. I choose my frequency. Okay? The other thing that I'm going to give you is micro alignment choices. I know that's a mouthful, right? But let me tell you about micro alignment choices. This is what I want you to do. And this is one of my throwback, and many of you will remember this. This is one of my throwback little magical gems here. Before each yes and before each no. So before you say yes, before you say no, here's what I want you to do. Yes, we working with the body. We learning. Those of you who are doing the tips with the body. Let me get my body right. Those of you who are doing the tips with the body, you're learning when your body is saying yes. You're learning when your body says no. This is what I want you to ask. Before you buy something, before you give away something, and that could be you giving you away or anything, before you do something, before you don't do something, before each yes or no, I want you to ask, does this raise my frequency or does it lower it? And then I want you to wait for it. Does this raise my frequency or does it lower it? And you have to get in your body to figure that out. But I want you to ask that question. This is a micro alignment choices activity. Before yes, before no, ask, does this raise my frequency? Especially when it comes to spending money, giving money. Does this raise my frequency or does this lower it? Ask the question because you need to know where you are. It doesn't mean you won't still say yes or no, but you understand the frequency you're going in and how to elevate it. How to elevate it. Right? So we tracking. We good? How we doing? How y'all feeling? Let's see. How we feeling? We good? We Gucci? We good. Okay. So here's the next one. The next one is your body oracle. So we're still in this energy of the body, and this is the body's oracle. Listen to your body's signals. But I don't want you to just feel your body. You know, we can do a Stephanie Mills. I want you to listen to your body's signal as intuitive messages. Did something hit you in your gut when you thought about that? Did it hit you in your gut? Did you feel some heaviness? Did you get a misaligned tingle? Did it misalign? Did you feel something hit you? You know, something go down the right, left side? I'm talking about a misalignment. Did you feel some sort of tingle in your body? that woke you up. You like, woo, when she said that, I just got the tingles. Because it equals creativity. Did you get a lump in your throat? Because this is some unspoken truth that you're trying to hold back or you won't let out. So I want you to listen to your body's signals as intuitive messages, because your body is an oracle. There's many oracles that reside in your body. You even have an oracle that you have to get to before any kind of sound or vibration goes in through your eardrums. Before it passes into being translated into the brain, it has to get past the oracle. One to grow on. But I will tell you this. True hearing doesn't even come through the ears. It comes through the body, mainly the heart. But remember, the heart is neutral. And so lastly, I want to talk about this. And this one is a nice little activity that you can do. And I call this a mirror alchemy ritual. And I love this one because you could do this one in real time. Like you and me, baby, you and me. I can do this in real time. Right there in the midst of Grand Central Station. We can do this if we are at the Spinks International Airport. We can do this if we are on the top of Mount Fuji. We can do this if we are deep in the Rocky Mountains. We can do this if we are trekking through Arizona. We can do this no matter where we are in the world. No matter where we are in the world. And no matter who we're with. Okay? Okay? I think we love that for us. This is a mirror alchemy ritual. And here's when I want you to use it. When projected on. When something is projecting on you. You know how people like to project their shit on you, their energy on you, their pain on you, their problems on you, their trauma on you. This is what I want you to slowly affirm and silently. I return this frequency transmuted into light. And I want y'all to hear that. I'm going to run it back again. I return this frequency transmuted into light. Meaning you sent me some bullshit, but I'm not sending bullshit back. I am transmuting this and I'm sending it into the light, Caroline. Into the light it goes. I don't know if you caught it, but for those of you who know, you know. That's what you want to do. And over this last 24 hours, you will see that people have been extra sensitive. They have been doing a lot of projecting. You understand? Doing a whole lot of projecting. You know? Projecting. I don't want you. We're not going to get down and dirty with them. We're not doing any of that. I return this frequency transmuted into light. You're saying this silently. Silently, while you listening, while you humming, while you nod your head like this, while you looking to the left, while you looking to the right, while you driving in the car, while you cooking dinner, while you getting dressed for work, while you're on the phone, while you're helping them, while you're doing grocery shopping, you are going to return this frequency transmuted into light. That's all. That's all that is required. You're not sending it back to them. No, because that would make you and them the same. We're not doing that. And besides, maybe they don't even know what they're doing. Maybe they can't help themselves. We're not doing that. Because when you're the one who knows, you're the one responsible. See, because when you return this frequency transmuted into light, then you can address what you need to address from a higher frequency. You return the frequency transmuted into light. Yeah. Someone says, all right now, because I be about that get down there real quick. I love y'all. D Divine Empress said, yeah, because listen, you don't want no smoke. I understand. I drip fire. I understand. Sometimes we do need to drip fire, but then we need to also make sure that before you get into dripping, dipping, transmuting, you do that. You transmute that energy. So, so now that we're tuned in to what's happening in the field, let's clear one of the biggest blocks that keeps people from trusting themselves. Oh my goodness. And the misunderstandings about intuition. Yeah, that part. Because it happens. It happens, right? So, everybody swears, Ms.Blue, Ms.Blue, Ms.Blue. I'm following my intuition. And I'm just having a good time. I'm having a good time. But everybody swears they're following their intuition. But here's one of the things I'm being serious now. Here's one of the things I want to tell you all. But most of the time, they're not following their intuition. They're following fear. They're following impulses. Or they're following someone else's projection that is running the show. They're not following their intuition. Your intuition, that's your soul's GPS. You can think of it like this. It's your cosmic Wi-Fi. It's your cosmic Wi-Fi. It's your cosmic Wi-Fi. So this is what we're going to do tonight, because so much of the next couple of weeks, it's going to be heavy on this. And this is why this energy needs to come front and center. And we can get very, very clear. But we're going to clear the static. And we're going to get into the 5 biggest things people get wrong about their intuition. Because one of the things I can tell you, because once you know these, you will never doubt yourself the same way again. You will never doubt yourself the same way again. Once you know these, and these are 5 things that I teach. It's a longer list, but these are some of the top 5 things that I teach. These are things that I have learned, that I have come into understanding, and I have shared that with many. I'm going to talk about this just because I know that there are some new people here and I hardly ever do this. So yeah, I'm up for the challenge this week of coming out and being reborn. I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and I teach people how to master their frequency, how to trust their voice inside. So let's get into it. Just like that, let's get into it, right? So now we're going to talk about the 5 things that people get wrong about their intuition. Confusing intuition with anxiety. I see this all the time. Ms.Blue, my intuition. No, your anxiety. Because here's what I want you to understand. Anxiety screams, your intuition is quiet. It's almost like a little whisper. Anxiety screams, intuition is a whisper. One feels frantic. And the other one feels steady, smooth. So if it feels like you're being shoved, something sort of forcing you and pushing you, that's impulse. That's your impulse. If it feels like you're being guided, just being guided, right? That's intuition. You got to know the difference. Learn the difference. Please learn the difference. And I have so many people sometimes that argue with me. But Ms.Blue, if I had a win, I won't be here today. That's a lie. That's a lie. No, Ms.Blue, I'm telling you, no. You might have would have learned something, but that's a lie. Because intuition doesn't speak to you like that. Even if your life depended on it, intuition doesn't communicate to you like that 99.9% of the time. Unless you're about to die. That's it. And that doesn't happen often. And I'm not talking about you think you're about to die. I'm talking about really about to die. That doesn't happen. Real intuition might be urgent. It might be urgent because intuition will speak in an urgency, but it will never come with a panic. Never. Never will it make you feel like you're panicking. Never will it send you into an anxiety attack. Never, never, never. Now, this is for the big girls and boys. Those of you who are ready to dip into some spiritual physics, some occult science. I see some of y'all over there, y'all tweaking out already. Y'all tweaking. I'm just letting you know. You ain't got it. You don't have to believe me. Listen. I'm just sharing. I want you to understand that. Real intuition might be urgent, but it will never come with a panic. Never. It will not. It's not going to confuse you. You're not going to say, well, I don't know what to do next. No, it's not that. That's not intuition. That's fear. That's anxiety. That's not intuition. All right. Let's go to mistake number 2. We ready? This is a big one. Mistaking impulse, which we talked about a little bit there. Mistaking impulse for intuition. But I want to talk about a little deeper impulse. Impulse is fast. Not only is it fast, it's reckless and it's reactive. That's impulse, right? It's a real thing. That's impulse. Impulse is fast, it's reckless, and it's reactive. So let's talk about the difference. Intuition is clear, baby. It's calm and it's timeless. That's how you know you are an intuitive being. It's clear, it's calm, and it's timeless. Timeless. It's not rushing, no rush. You know how the song go, no rush? It's timeless. If it feels like you're being rushed, if it feels like you're being shoved, that's an impulse. That's an impulse. If the voice in your head sounds like chaos, that's fear in a mask. If the voice in the false matrix sounds like chaos, that's fear in a mask. Because real intuition, what did I tell you guys, might be urgent, but it'll never come with a panic. But if you feel like you're being guided, that's intuition. And you have to learn the difference. Because if you don't learn the difference, you'll be moving in circles, running round in circles. That's how you run around in circles in your life. You'll keep running around in circles. That's the circle jerk. One time it'll be good, next time it's not. Next time it worked, next time it's not. Now you're confused. Was it my mind? Was it intuition? You're going to be running in circles. Circles. Okay? So, this is another one. This is another one. This one. Number 3. This is a big one. And I see a lot of people do this. I try to call y'all out when y'all doing it. Y'all don't really like it when I call y'all out. I mean, I get it. I don't like it when people call me out. My guides call me out. I don't like it to be called out either. Waiting for proof before you act. Waiting for proof before acting. Go ahead. Just say, I'm going to be that. Who does that? Waiting for proof before acting. So here's the plot twist. Intuition is the proof. Intuition is the proof. But you sitting around waiting for proof before taking action. You won't get receipts up front with intuition. No receipts. No receipt comes up front. That's like you going into Best Buy, telling them you want to buy a TV, and you ask them for the receipt before you pay for it and go pick the TV out. No receipts up front. You don't get receipts up front with intuition. This is how this works. Listen at me very good, my boys and girls, brothers and sisters. You take the leap, and then the receipt will arrive. That's how that works. You take the leap, and then the receipt arrives. And then I'm going to give you one to grow on. And I'm not calling nobody out. But masters don't move on evidence. Y'all do know that, right? Masters don't move on evidence. They move on frequency, baby. Masters don't move on no evidence, they move on frequency. So if you're waiting for confirmation, you gonna stay stuck. You gonna stay stuck like Chuck. Don't stay stuck like Chuck. Don't stay stuck like Chuck, because see, Chuck never got unstuck. Masters move. They don't move on evidence. They move on frequency. If you sitting around and before you do anything, you need a confirmation, you'll stay stuck. You'll stay stuck like Chuck. You'll stay stuck. Remember, intuition is your proof. When you get that hit, you ain't got to talk to an addict. An addict will let you know when they got their hit. They running with it. When you get that intuitive hit, you need to move something. That's what the last exercise in the 48 hours about. Soon as you put things in motion, get that hit, that intuitive hit, you supposed to take action. It's lights, camera, action, and we ain't telling Miss Jackson we sorry. Or Mr. Jackson, because I don't know how that worked. But anywho, you get the point. You get the point. You understand what I'm saying. You understand, right? So, yeah. If you're waiting for confirmation, you'll stay stuck. You'll stay stuck. Because that confirmation, then you're going to wait for somebody else to give you another confirmation. And then you're going to go to talk to somebody else and get confirmation. And then you're going to come to me and you're going to say, thank you for that, Ms.Blue. That's just another confirmation. Really? Really? So when are we going to move? When are we going to do something? How many times does the universe have to give you confirmation? That's why you don't need confirmation. You need to have realization. That means you've come face to face, as they say, with God itself, your higher consciousness, the Most High, the source. Because y'all don't respect confirmation. You don't even respect confirmation when you order your food and you pay for something. How many times you got a confirmation and when you got it, you don't care nothing about no confirmation. Okay, so you guys got it. Okay, I see y'all. Okay, let me pipe down just a little bit. All right. So, let's go to number 4. I think we on number 4. We on number 4. So we got it. We just left number 3. We're going to number 4. Remember, intuition is the proof. That is your proof. Your intuition, that's the proof. We're going to go to number 4 because we're talking about the 5 things that people don't misunderstand about intuition. So number 4, this a big one. Ignoring the body as a messenger. Everybody waiting on the messenger to come. The messenger been arrived, baby. Christ been returned. The Christ is the body, right? Everybody is ignoring their body. That's your Christ, baby. You looking for Jesus? The body of Jesus? You're ignoring the body? The body is the messenger. That's the messenger. Your body is your first oracle. You standing there shaking. Feel it all in your gut. That shivering down your arm. That shift in your stomach. That's your intuition moving through your biology and your subatomic particles. Listen, your mind might lie to you, but your body always tells the truth. Y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't hear me. You don't hear me. You're not listening. Y'all not listening to me. Your mind might lie to you, but your body always tell the truth. So please stop ignoring the body as a messenger. The body is the most powerful messenger. The body is the first oracle you meet, Neo. Don't worry about a red or a blue pill. The body is the first oracle. That's your oracle. Listen up. Don't walk around like you're a quadriplegic, living from the neck up. You got a whole gorgeous, beautiful, divine temple. Why do you think in ancient Egypt the blueprint was left the temple of man or the body of man or the body of woman? Why do you think they did a whole temple based on the human physical body? Because it is a messenger. The body always tells the truth. When you want to guess how old a man is, you don't look him in his face. You watch his body, because that body gonna tell you, girl. You want to know how old he is? That body gonna tell you. You think he 35? That joker 19. Look at the body. Watch that body. That body gonna get you out of trouble. You want to know if he telling you the truth or not? Watch the body. Watch him when he walk. Watch him when he sit. Watch him how he holds his hands. Watch him how he eat. That body gonna tell you. Brothers, you want to know what's going on with that sister? Watch that body. Not just watching the body so you can get with the body and finesse the body. Watch the body, because that's going to tell you more than anything their mouth can tell you. The body. Yeah. You ever want to know how old a man is? Just watch him. Watch his body. Don't look at his face. Don't listen to his voice. That'll fool you. It'll fool you every time, girl. Fool you every time. Some of y'all out here talking to these men thinking they 30, 40 years old. They around here 22. They 22. And you looking like. You looking like. Okay, let me stop cutting up. Y'all get it. You get it. You get it. Watch the body. The body is a messenger. So stop doing that. You can't ignore the body as a messenger, because it's a powerful messenger. So now we're going to get to number 5. I can't say this. This a big one. This a big one. I know a girl that need to hear this, but I'm going to be quiet. I'm weak over here. I'm weak. That's right. Like a babysitter. You running around with a babysitter. You think you got a grown man. You got a babysitter. You babysitting. You babysitting. So listen. Number 5. This is a big one too. We do this, and I see people do it all kinds of ways. Dismissing intuition when it doesn't fit the narrative. I see this. I see people do this. I see them do it with tarot cards. Um, I see them do it with the Oracle deck. I see them do it with all astrology, astronomy, because these are all intuitive tools. I see people do it with their intuition. You just brush that intuition off because it's not saying what you wanted to do. They do it with their pendulum. You know, they do it with all, we do it with everything because it's all really feeding off of the intuition. Dismissing intuition when it doesn't fit the narrative. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, you felt it, but you ignored it because it didn't match your plan. It didn't match your ego. It didn't match your convenience. It was inconveniencing you. So we gonna just switch that narrative up. But here's what I want to tell you. Intuition don't give a about your storyline. The only thing your intuition cares about is your alignment. Somebody say intuition only cares about your alignment. That's it. And if you keep ignoring it, let me tell you the precursor. Because there's a step that goes after this. If you keep ignoring it, your intuition says, okay, life will force you to listen. I done tried to tell you, as my daddy would say, I buy you books, and you still can't read. I done tried to tell you, this is your intuition telling you. The intuition is going to keep trying to tell you, but eventually, if you keep ignoring your intuition, it says, no problem. Life will force you to listen. Hence the reason I know this firsthand. Everybody say it with me. If nothing else moves you, life will. That's what happened. I kept ignoring my intuition, and my intuition says, no problem. No problem, Blue. No problem. You don't want to listen? I'm sending you all these messages. That's okay. That's okay. Intuition said, I'ma shut up. Life is going to force you to listen. Life is going to force you to listen. See, that's a real-time lesson. That wasn't some cute phase that I came up with. I've been saying this for over 20 years. If nothing else moves you, before I even knew what consciousness was, I came up with this. If nothing else moves you, baby, life will move you. The goal is not to let life move you, because you might get moved into a situation ship. You might get moved into into a place. You might get moved into an illness. You might get moved into pain. You might get moved into something you don't want to get moved to. But remember, intuition doesn't care about your storyline. It only cares about your alignment. And so if you keep ignoring it, life will force you to listen. You don't want to be that. You don't want to be that. You don't want to be in that side of the lesson. You don't. You don't want to be on that side of the lesson. So, here's what I want you to know. Number one, because we just covered 5 things you're getting wrong about your intuition. So please, after the share, let me know in the comment, did you learn something? And which of the 5 things stuck out the most to you? But here's what I want you to understand. Your intuition isn't broken, but what it's doing is it's broadcasting on the frequency of your higher self. The question is, are you tuned in? Because intuition can be broken. Facts. but the channel you tapping into, the frequency you're on can be broken. But intuition, nah, never happen. But the question is, because your intuition is broadcasting on the frequency of your higher self, not your lower self, your higher self. The question is, are you tuned in? Right? And if this landed for you, I want you to drop, I trust my frequency. And I also want you to drop this in the comments section. Because see, when you speak it, that helps to anchor it. That helps to anchor it. It anchors it deep down in your soul. It helps to anchor it. Now, here's the other thing I want you all to do. I want you to share this with somebody who's ready to stop ghosting their inner voice. And let's raise this frequency together. Yeah, let's raise this frequency together. Let's raise this frequency together. And speaking of raising this frequency together, I'm going to play some vibes before we get out here. And I want to give a big shout out to the brother 7 Vibes. I want to give 7 Vibes a big shout out. This brother definitely is tapped in to his intuition, because whenever he randomly sends me some music, it's in tune with the lesson for the collective. And so I want us to listen to this right here. I think you all will, it'll speak to you in a way that you can relate. You understand? Because your frequency is not an echo. It is the original sound of the universe. And the universe has been waiting to hear it, to hear your frequency. So we're going to check this out by 7 grams, you guys. And then I'll come back and I'm going to give you my final oracle notes.
Niggas change like the climate, so wild like a primate. They play cool, then they violate. Play games like parlay, telling lies shit one way. What's new like an update? These funny games these niggas play. You in my lane, go the other way. No gas and all brakes. You ain't really on the interstate. Driving fast like I'm never late. So high like I'm out of space. Now I drive it in the middle lane. That's why I chose the middle way. When you choose the middle pad, you don't got time to hesitate. I broke out, made a great escape. All gas and all brakes. You just lying like all day. Tell the truth and I might stay. Saw the signs like Mayday. I'm just riding on the gravy train, going real fast out of one way. Gotta shake it like an earthquake.
You can take it and you can elevate it to a higher frequency. That's what being a light bringer, a light worker, a soul shaker is really about. To be somebody who is stepping into their calling and their purpose doesn't mean you have to fade to black and go back into the past and relive a past life.
Me and Lola Falana, we was just vibing. And I asked her, what if we had our own island? I told her I wanted the best ganja. She started laughing and I kept vibing. I rolled a spliff and I hit it, and I got silent. The burden of truth. I couldn't hide it like it was private. I saw the flames from the fighter. It was beautiful and quiet, noisy and violent. You see, duality changed my mentality. I saw it change gradually. You never judge a man off his salary. You judge him off valor and honor. That should be the mentality. And these ghetto blocks, I'm looking at the tragedy. I'm looking right over the canopy at those other land masses behind the ice wall. That's where I wanna be. But maybe I'm thinking too high. Maybe I'm thinking too free. Talk to him, Blue. 7.
And this is why you need to be dedicated to you and not dedicated to one way of thinking or one school of thought or only going to do holistic or only going to live this way and only live that way. When you lock yourself into these boxes, you're locking yourself in.
So we gotta take the land back. We gotta take our honor back. The 7 gram chief on the land. And I'm telling you, from an ounce to a gram, follow your own plan. It's all a hustle. Use your muscle. 7, preach it like a reverend.
Oh my goodness. Shouts out to the brother 7 grams. And you guys definitely go follow him. And I want to get this spelling right. I think he's still in the building. I'm not sure. But if not, you guys go ahead and put his link, put his name, the spelling of his YouTube in the chat so we can post it up. But I want to give a big shout out to him. Here's the crazy thing. I didn't get a chance to hear the track. I only heard the beginning. And once I heard the beginning, it was time to go live. And I just put it on. I didn't even know that he had me in the track. So yeah, shouts out to that brother. That's a powerful, creative, very, very highly in tune brother. And I thank you so much. There he is. There he is. Let me put it up here so you guys can see, so you can follow 7 grams. You guys there, that's going to be the intel to follow the brother there. Thank you again. That was amazing. I also want to give a big shout out to everyone for the super chat donation. Thank you to the Stone Cutter. It says, give an extraordinary extinction my thoughts. And then the other one is from Off the Whelm. Okay. Well, thank you both. Thank you both for the super chat donations. Thank you both so much for that. And you know, I want to say thank you to everyone. This has been fun. And I hope that in the midst of us coming together, whenever we're coming together, we are opening up these portals. We are causing activations to happen. We are raising our frequency and our vibration. And that is my wish. That is my hope for all of us here. And and I hope that you all learned something, from this. And I want to say thank you for supporting me, supporting this work, for us doing this work here together. And for those of you who have given to the super chat donations as well, because that helps the channel. I mean, I'm just a girl. I'm going to claim that. I'm a powerful girl, but I'm just a girl. And it really helps me to continuously to put this work out into the world, as well as you guys passing it on and sharing it as well. So know that nothing goes unnoticed. I get a chance to read all of your comments. I'm not always there. It's more than 300 people in chat. Please hit that like button as well. So hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. And also pass the share on to someone you know that can actually benefit from the information. Listen, a lot of people are looking for a way that they can come, not only get information, things that are transformative, but also good soul people that they can connect with, more than just a like mind. We're talking about like light and frequency. You know, those of us who really are here and really doing this work. And I don't know no other better place in the galaxy, I'm sorry, to be than right here, So here's what we're going to do. I want you all to definitely sound off in the comments section. And if this landed for you, then afterwards in the comment section, I want you to drop, I trust my frequency in the comment section. And also, if you guys think we need to do another round of the Galactic E-Files, the Mystic Decoder, put that in the comment section as well. And then also, if you're new and you want to share something about yourself or welcome you on in about how you got connected here, I would love for you to do that as well. Don't forget to hit, it's another button to hit. It's like, but it's also not a shout out. It's something else. I'll have to figure it out. I'll figure out what it is over here on YouTube. But that's going to do it for me. I'm going to get out of here. We're going to run this 7 grams up as we get ready to get out of here again. And I just want to thank you guys so much. Let's have an amazing week. Let's stay in tune. Let's stay grounded. Let's keep trusting our frequency, right? And let's tap into all of these new, hopefully they're new ways of you learning how to trust your intuition so you will never question them in the same way again. I love you all so much. I thank you all for being here. And yeah, this was good. This was good. I enjoyed it. I loved it. And I'm going to leave it right there. I got some more things coming though. Did I say that? I have some more things coming. I'm not going to speak too much on it because baby, next week when we get to eclipse season, it's going to be trippy out here. But low key, this activation art, I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about being creative. I'm excited about sharing so many things with you guys here, you know, because I know that it is helping all of us. And I love what I do. And I love you all so much. Shouts out to the All About Frequency class. Graduates, make sure you check your inbox because your certificates is on the way. They completed 10 weeks. I also did a shout out on the YouTube channel. So definitely you want to run that back if you guys haven't sound out there. So let people know who you are and that you were in the class if you feel called to do it. You know, I really want to work on something next. I know I said I'm going and I am going. And what I wanted to work on next, and I heard this, I was getting out the shower and Spirit dropped this in me, and it's called Out of the Shadow and Into the Light. Because I feel like there's so many people that are in the shadows and it's time for you to come out into the light. And as a person who never came on camera for like 13 years, you only heard a voice. I came out of the shadows and into the light. And of course, I'm speaking metaphorically because there was so much still inside of me that was still in the shadows. I bring that out into the light every chance I get. And I hope that we're all here and recognize that we're learning together. And as much as I can come out of my shadows, meaning the part of myself, because remember, gems and golds and riches lives in the shadows. You think about our ancestors coming out of ancient Egypt, which is everyone's ancestor on the planet. If you are here and you are alive, you have had a past life in ancient Egypt. This is why the whole world is watching Egypt rise again. I seen this about 3 years ago, Egypt rising again. And we are rising. That remembrance, that great awakening is rising within you. I want to encourage you. I want to challenge you this week. Pick one area of your life that you have been in the shadows and decide to come out and share your light willingly, boldly, authentically, unapologetically, lovingly with the world. I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle. Peace and love. Ciao.